Welcome back to Coin Explorer. Today we're diving deep into the world of numismatics. And trust me, what you're about to discover might just blow your mind. It's a story about a small piece of metal, one you might overlook if it was sitting in your change jar. But this coin carries history, symbolism, and yes, the potential for extraordinary value. I'm talking about the 1991 South African rand coin. Now, at first glance, it might look ordinary. Just another coin, right? But behind its metallic shine lies a story that stretches across politics, heritage, and the treasure-hunting excitement of the collector's world. And here's the kicker. In rare cases, depending on condition and collector demand, coins like this have been valued at thousands, even lakhs, and in some extraordinary auctions, millions of dollars. Yes, millions. But before you let your imagination run wild, let's unpack why. Because as always, it's not just about the money, it's about the story. To understand why the 1991 rand coin is so special, we need to travel back in time. The year is 1991. South Africa was on the cusp of change. Apartheid, the deeply entrenched system of racial segregation, was beginning to crumble. Nelson Mandela had been released from prison just the year before, in 1990. The country was moving toward democracy, though the official election was still 3 years away. This was a time of hope, tension, and transformation. And during this period, the South African Mint continued to strike coins for circulation. Coins that today act like little time capsules of that historic era. The 1991 rand coin is one of them. A piece of metal, yes, but also a symbol of a country in transition. So what does this coin look like? On the obverse side, you'll find South Africa's coat of arms. It's intricate, detailed, and represents unity. Around it, the name of the country, Suid-Afrika on one side, South Africa on the other, and right beneath it, the year 1991. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the springbok antelope leaping gracefully across the coin's surface. This isn't just any animal. The springbok is a national symbol, instantly recognizable as a marker of South African identity. Right above, bold and simple, is the denomination, 1 rand, and beneath, the Latin phrase, Soli Deo Gloria, meaning glory to God alone. Collectors love numbers, so let's get technical. Composition, nickel-plated copper. Diameter, 23 millimeters. Weight, around 5 grams. Edge, reeded. It was built for circulation, strong, durable, and practical. But for collectors, these very details are what set the stage for rarity and value. Why coins become valuable? Now, here's the big question. Why can a simple coin like this be worth so much to some collectors? It comes down to 3 things. 1. Rarity. If only a limited number survive in pristine condition, demand skyrockets. 2. Errors. Minting mistakes like misaligned strikes, off-centered designs, or unusual die variations can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. 3. Historical context. Coins linked to pivotal moments in history often become sought-after symbols. The 1991 rand fits all 3 categories in its own way. Remember, this coin came at a turning point. South Africa was rewriting its story. Every symbol, from the springbok to the national motto, carried weight. For collectors, owning a coin from this moment isn't just about money. It's about holding a piece of history in your hand. It's a reminder of resilience, change, and national identity. And that adds emotional value, which often translates into higher market value. Numismatists, coin collectors, describe their passion as a kind of treasure hunt. Each coin is a mystery. Is it common? Is it rare? Does it hide an unusual error that others overlooked? For the 1991 rand, certain examples have been found with off-centered strikes, double dies, or slight design misalignments. These error coins can fetch much higher prices than regular issues. And here's where it gets exciting. Depending on rarity, demand, and grading, coins like this have been auctioned for staggering sums. In some cases, Collectors have paid thousands, lakhs, or even millions of dollars for unique or nearly flawless examples. But condition is everything. A coin that's scratched, worn, or corroded might only fetch face value. But take the same coin, uncirculated, shiny, and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, and suddenly its value multiplies. Collectors pay a premium for perfection. A coin graded MS-67 or MS-68, mint state, is considered nearly flawless, and those are the ones that light up auction houses. A collector in Cape Town once stumbled upon a 1991 1 rand while sorting through an old family coin jar. Nothing fancy, just a pile of forgotten change. But something about the coin caught his eye. The edges seemed slightly misaligned. Curious, he had it appraised. To his amazement, it was an error strike in remarkable condition. That coin, once worth only 1 rand, later fetched thousands of dollars at auction. Stories like this fuel the passion of collectors worldwide, because anyone, anywhere, could discover such a coin. Coins aren't just metal. They're stories, they're memories, they're little artifacts of human history. Think about it. Every coin has passed through countless hands. Maybe it bought bread at a local shop. Maybe it sat in a worker's pocket during a historic protest. Maybe it jingled in a child's piggy bank. The 1991 1 rand coin carries the echoes of a nation in change. That emotional weight is priceless. So, let's talk numbers. The value of a 1991 1 rand can vary drastically. Most are worth only their face value. But under the right conditions, rarity, pristine grading, historical significance, they've been known to sell for thousands, lakhs, or even millions of dollars in extraordinary auctions. And here's the important part. It's not guaranteed. Not every coin is a jackpot. But the possibility? That's what excites collectors. So, what should you do if you find a 1991 1 rand? 1. Check the condition. Is it worn or preserved? 2. Look for errors, off-centers, die cracks, misprints. 3. Get it graded. Professional grading adds credibility and value. 4. Do your research. Look at auction results and collector forums. Because who knows, that coin you've been ignoring could turn out to be extraordinary. Why people pay big. But why do people spend so much on coins? It's about rarity. It's about history. It's about owning a piece of time. For some, it's investment. For others, it's passion. And for many, it's the thrill of discovery. That's why the 1991 1 rand coin has captured imaginations worldwide. So here's the takeaway. The 1991 South African 1 rand coin is more than just money. It's a symbol of history, a canvas of artistry, and a potential treasure for collectors. Yes, in the right circumstances, it could be worth thousands, lakhs, or even millions of dollars. But beyond the money, its true value lies in the story it tells, a story of a nation in transformation. So next time you stumble upon old coins in your drawer, don't ignore them. Look closely. Examine the details. Because you never know. You might just be holding a piece of history, or even your very own treasure. Thank you for joining me on this journey, coin explorers. If stories like this fascinate you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with friends who love history, treasure, or just a good mystery. And remember, never underestimate the power of small things. Sometimes, a simple coin can hold more value than you ever imagined. Keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows, your next coin find might just change everything.